We're diving into the story of the 1980 Washington quarter with the P mint mark. Why collectors are buzzing about it, what makes it so valuable, and how you can tell if you're holding on to hidden treasure. Don't go anywhere. This could change your life. The Washington quarter has been a staple in American change since 1932, honoring the first U.S. president. In 1980, a subtle but important change happened. The Philadelphia Mint started using the P mint mark for the first time on quarters. This small letter on the coin's obverse, right beside Washington's ponytail, became a big deal. Most 1980 P quarters are common, but as with all coins, there are exceptions. Rare mint errors, double dies, or mistruck pieces can elevate a coin's value dramatically. You might have seen headlines or videos claiming a 1980 P quarter sold for $1.1 million. Let's address that up front. While it's true that rare quarters have fetched six-figure or even seven-figure prices, it's extremely rare, and usually tied to an extraordinary error or condition. There's currently no verifiable record of a standard 1980p Washington quarter selling for $1.1 million. But that doesn't mean yours is worthless. Let's talk about what can make a 1980 quarter valuable, and how to spot it. Mint errors: look for double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or coins struck on the wrong metal. Condition: grade: a quarter in mint state, MS 65 or higher, can fetch anywhere from $20 to $400, sometimes more. Rarity and demand: if only a few error coins exist, collectors will pay a premium. Professional grading by companies like PCGS or NGC can certify the value of your coin and often increase it. As of today, a 1980p Washington quarter in mint state, MS 67, can sell for $500 to $3,500. And extremely rare error coins, if authenticated, can go much higher. Just last year, a 1980p quarter with a dramatic mint error sold for $7,200 at auction. Not bad for a coin you might find in a junk drawer. Want to know if your coin is worth something? Here's what to do. Examine it under good lighting. Look for doubling, off-center designs, or odd shapes. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop. Compare it with known error examples online. Check the condition: no scratches, luster intact. That's a good sign. Get it graded. Submit it to PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. eBay: look at sold listings. Heritage auctions: great collections, or even through local coin shops or shows. So, while your average 1980p quarter won't buy you a mansion, the right one just might. Always double-check your change. Dig through those old jars, and take a closer look at what's been hiding in plain sight. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Got an interesting coin story or a rare find? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear it. And who knows, your next video could be about your $1 million coin. We're diving into the incredible story of the 1981 P Mint Washington quarter, and why one of these coins is reportedly worth $1.1 million on the current collector's market. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since 1932. Originally minted to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Over the decades, it became one of the most circulated and recognized coins in the U.S. But what makes the 1981 P Mint quarter so special? In 1981, quarters were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia carry a P Mint mark, usually considered quite common. Over 601 million were produced that year at the Philadelphia Mint. That's right, over 600 million. Recently, buzz has spread online and in coin collecting circles about a 1981p Washington quarter selling, or allegedly being valued at $1.1 million. But what's behind this claim? Is it true? According to some auction reports and rare coin websites, a flawless, ultra-rare error version of the 1981p quarter, possibly featuring misstrikes, off-metal planchets, or unlisted die varieties, was rumored to fetch over $1 million. But here's the important part. Most 1981p quarters are worth face value, 25 cents. Condition: graded by services like PCGS or NGC. Rarity: low mintage or hard to find errors. Demand: what collectors are actively seeking, so what could make a 1981p quarter worth big money? Off-center strikes, double die errors, clipped planchets, or being struck on the wrong metal, like a copper cent blank. Most circulated 1981 P quarters? They're worth just 25 to 50 cents. But in mint state condition, especially MS66 or higher, they can sell for $30 to $150. The absolute top population coins, flawless, slabbed, and in pristine condition, have sold for as high as $500 to $1,000. But these are very rare. Look for sharp details and no scratches. Use a digital scale. Any odd weight could mean a rare error. Grab a 10x magnifier and check for doubling on the date, mint mark, or lettering. If you think you have something rare, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Remember, while not every quarter will be worth $1 million, many coins in your collection could still be worth hundreds or even thousands. The key is knowing what to look for. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update on rare coins. And if you found a 1981 P quarter you think is valuable, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your story. We're diving into the story of a 1982 D Washington quarter, yes, just 25 cents, that sold for a jaw-dropping $1.2 million. That's right, a single quarter from 1982 with the D mint mark. And if you're over 30 and have a jar of old change lying around, you'll definitely want to stick around. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932. In 1982, the Denver Mint produced millions of quarters, but something interesting happened that year. The mint stopped producing proof sets for the public and also made changes in the way coins were struck. This means that certain 1982 quarters, especially those from the Denver Mint, marked by a small d, can be quite valuable if they have specific errors or are in high-quality condition. White heavy checkmark error coins, some 1982 D quarters were struck on planchets meant for nickels or other coins, or had double dies, weak strikes, or missing clad layers. White heavy checkmark no mint set quarters. Because the US Mint didn't release standard collector sets in 1982, it's harder to find high-grade examples. White heavy checkmark condition is king. The $1.2 million quarter was in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, graded MS68 by PCGS. That's a professional grading company that verifies coin condition and rarity. White heavy checkmark low population. There are extremely few quarters from 1982 D that exist in such perfect condition, making it a collector's dream. Alright, so how do you know if you've got a winner sitting in your coin jar? First, grab a magnifying glass and look at the date. You're searching for a 1982 quarter with a D under the date for Denver Mint. Look for details. Crisp edges, full lines in Washington's hair, and no scratches or wear. Pay attention to the weight. 1982 quarters should weigh about 5.67 grams. If it's significantly off, you might have a rare error coin. Do not clean your coin. Collectors prefer coins in natural condition. If you think your coin could be valuable, the next step is getting it professionally graded. Two trusted companies are PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. They'll examine the coin, verify its authenticity, assign a grade, and encapsulate it in a protective case. A high-grade coin can turn into a major payday. Auction houses, like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Online marketplaces, eBay, Great Collections, or Coin App. Trusted coin dealers, visit a local coin shop with good reviews. Always compare offers and check reviews. You don't want to get lowballed. So the next time you're digging through old change or helping your parents clean out a drawer, take a second look at those quarters. You might just be sitting on a $1.2 million coin. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below if you have a 1982 D quarter. I'd love to hear your stories. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next video on coins that could change your life. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. We're diving deep into the history, the key features, and most importantly, the current market buzz around the 1987 D Washington quarter. Let's find out what makes it so valuable, and whether you might be holding one of these treasures. Studio microphone, let's start with the basics. The 1987 Washington quarter is a 25-cent coin featuring George Washington on the front, or obverse, and the iconic bald eagle on the reverse. The D mint mark means it was produced at the Denver Mint. In 1987 alone, over 655 million quarters were minted in Denver. So what could possibly make one of them worth over $1 million? Recently, a listing made waves in the coin collector world. A 1987 D Washington quarter listed for $1.7 million. But here's the thing. Many experts believe this is either a pricing error, a marketing stunt, or a coin with an extremely rare error. Most 1987 D quarters are only worth face value, 25 cents. But if a coin has a mint error or a rare die variety, that's when the value skyrockets. In fact, error coins like these have sold for hundreds or thousands of dollars in legit auctions. Studio microphone. So let's talk about the types of errors that could turn an ordinary quarter into a small fortune. Studio microphone. Here are the top error types to look for in your 1987 D quarter. Off-center strikes, part of the design is missing, caused when the coin wasn't properly aligned during minting. Double die obverse or reverse. This means the coin was struck twice slightly misaligned. Look for blurry or doubled letters. Missing clad layer. If your quarter looks more copper than silver, this could be a rare missing layer error. Broad strike errors. No ridges on the edge. Could be a broad strike. A minting error worth real money. And then, there's the truly rare scenario. If your 1987 D quarter has an unknown or unlisted mint error, it could be a one-of-a-kind coin. That's when values hit the stratosphere. Use a 10x magnifying glass. Look closely at lettering, dates, and mint mark. Check the weight. It should be around 5.67 grams. Look for signs of error or unusual design flaws. Once you suspect you have something rare, visit coin grading websites like PCGS or NGC. You can even submit your coin for professional grading. Never clean the coin. It reduces value. Get it authenticated and graded by PCGS or NGC. Sell through reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections. You can also list on eBay, but be careful of scams. Studio microphone. And don't forget, rare coin buyers are always on the lookout for high-grade or error quarters. A $1.7 million sale is rare. Yes, but even $500 or $2,000 isn't bad for something you might have in your junk drawer. So before you toss that old change or cash it in at the bank, take a closer look. That 1987 D quarter in your hand could be worth a lot more than 25 cents. Studio microphone. Subscribe if you want more tips on finding valuable coins, and leave a comment if you've ever found a hidden gem in your pocket change. We're diving deep into the 1994 D Washington quarter. What makes it so valuable? How to tell if yours is rare? And exactly where to go if you want to sell it for big money. So grab your coin jar, and let's see if you're sitting on a small fortune. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Over the years, billions have been produced, but not all quarters are created equal. In 1994, the U.S. Mint in Denver struck over 880 million Washington quarters with the D mint mark. So how can a coin from such a huge batch be worth over $1 million? It comes down to errors, condition, rarity, and a little thing called demand. Most 1994 D quarters are only worth 25 cents. But some rare ones have minting errors or are in such perfect uncirculated condition that collectors are willing to pay huge premiums. Double die errors. Some quarters have what's called a double die, where the letters and numbers appear slightly doubled. This is a factory error and can increase the value astronomically. Off-center strikes. If the design is not perfectly centered on the coin, that's rare. High-grade condition. Grading matters. A 1994 D quarter graded MS-67 or MS-68 by PCGS or NGC can be worth thousands, but a pristine MS-69 Plus could skyrocket into 6 or even 7 figures. Full strike details. Collectors look for clear, sharp details on Washington's hair, the eagle's feathers. If yours has that, it could be gold in disguise. In fact, the rumored $1.4 million sale, that was allegedly for a perfect mint state specimen with rare strike features, sold in a private auction. Before you rush to the nearest coin shop, here's how you can check if your 1994 D quarter is worth more than lunch money. Checklist. Does it have a clear, Visible D under the motto "In God We Trust." Any doubling on letters or numbers? Is it heavily worn or still shiny and sharp? Consider weighing it. An off-weight might mean a rare planchet error. And don't trust your eyes alone. Get your coin graded by a professional company like PCGS or NGC. A certified coin carries way more credibility and value when selling. Okay, so you've got a valuable coin. Now what? Major auction houses, heritage auctions, Stax Bowers, certified coin dealers use the ANA, American Numismatic Association directory. Online marketplaces, eBay and Etsy work, but watch out for scams. Coin shows great for in-person appraisals and networking. Never sell to someone who won't let you get the coin graded first. And always compare multiple offers. Someone offers cash without an appraisal. Online buyer doesn't have strong feedback or credentials. You're pressured to sell fast. Get a second opinion. Authenticate the coin. Research recent sales of similar coins. Also, don't clean your coin. It can lower the value dramatically. Let the experts handle that. So, could your 1994 D quarter be the $1 million unicorn? Possibly, but only if you take the right steps, stay informed, and don't rush the sale. Like this video if you learned something new. And if you want more real talk on valuable coins, hit that subscribe button. Have a coin you're curious about? Drop a comment and I might feature it in the next video.